Hi, we're the Hamels. I'm Ellen.
And I'm Laura.
And we have Owen, who's almost 2, and Iggy, who's 2 months. We've been a part of Peace Church for the past few years.
Most of Owen's life. And all of Iggy's life.
Peace, more than any other place, felt like a place where everyone was walking the walk, where folks were talking about being committed to social justice and searching for change in our community. And then they were out doing all of those things, and we knew that that was the kind of environment that we wanted to be in and the community of folks that we wanted to surround ourselves with.
One of the big things about us financially, supporting Peace is that in this chapter of our life, we don't have as much time or space to be able to get to Chum and to be able to serve the meals and to, and so we are so supportive of all that work that the church is doing, and we know that, part of our financial contribution helps to support all of those programs, in addition to keeping the lights on and paying the staff and making sure that they have health insurance and all the things that are important in a church. And so, unlike the library, which is supported through all sorts of other ways, the church is supported by people like us and making, choices like that. So that was sort of a realization that I came to a little bit later in life, because you don't think about all those things when your my mother is just doing all of the things at church and being the member. I just thought the membership means that I have my picture somewhere, but that was something that important to us, that we're sharing some of the gifts that we have in life, and that the gifts really are spread out, and they go so far when they're giving to the church, right? Yeah.
Well, I think that was probably one of the main reasons why we were drawn to Peace, right? Is because it's a community of people who are interested in changing lives or trying to make... Thank you, Iggy, for that contribution.
Yeah.
Because Peace is filled with people who are interested in changing lives and in changing the community. And I know that as a young family, it's so exciting for us to be here and to have our kids surrounded by people who are doing that. And it feels like we can live out our values in church and then in all the things that we get to do through church. We've talked about, I guess, our values and talked about the integrity of it a lot, of like what it means to say you believe in something and to do something about what you believe in. And we feel really grateful that we're in a community of people who are doing that, because how else are Owen and Iggy going to learn how to live with integrity and to live responsibly?
And I think they're also learning from a very early age how welcome they are. Owen was trotting up the ramp and,
running all around church,
making all sorts of burps or noises in the service, and they've always just been smiled at and looked at warmly, and that just keeps growing to whatever their gender expressions might turn out to be, whatever their interests might be. We can see how all the youth and all of the adults and
everybody's
supported in who they are and where they're at, and all the questions that they have in life. I've thought about this quite a bit, as far as I've heard the idea of, generosity you should feel it, and well, where does that stop? Well, I could just get by. I mean, I don't really need the house. We don't really need the house. I mean, we can. I mean, it's hard to really know what it means to feel your gift and feel your charity. It always feels like one could give more, right? And so it's a tricky thing, but we just have to start somewhere and just see how does that feel, and just
Yeah, I think that the parts of generosity that feel like applicable now for us are giving of our time and energy and giving financially, and knowing that we can't do an unreal amount of either, and so we just do some of both. Peace, I think peace matters for so many reasons, because it's a place that you walk in the door and you are accepted and affirmed for who you are, because it's a place that rejoices with children and all of their noises and interruptions that they may provide. And I think it's a community of folks who cherish those children as they grow older. What better gift could we give to kids than to have them grow up in a faith that loves them and in community that supports them all of the time.
And there are no actual membership fees. All are welcome every day.